Hey gamer girls, my name is Gunty, and today we are talking about everyone's favorite cancer profiteer, Boogie2988. Keemstar's largest soldier has finally decided to tie the knot with his 20-plus year age gap girlfriend. But before I get into all the gory details, I just want to say my channel is very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I would love to hit that metric, so if you could please subscribe, that would help me out immensely. And if you feel like changing your mind later, go ahead. It costs you absolutely nothing to subscribe, and it would help me out. Now, back to talking about the man who was so good at battling cancer. He beat it so bad he never had it in the first place. He is now getting married, and this is a special thing for me because Boogie is probably my favorite Lolcow of all time. It might not be as crazy as Christian, but it means a lot to me because back in the day I was a big Boogie fan. Now, don't get too carried away. I was in middle school, and at the time, it wasn't so common for adults to be openly into video games. Obviously, adults were playing video games back then, but it was often thought of as something just, for kids in the public eye. And Boogie was one of the first champions of, hey, you can, play video games and be passionate at really any age. And also, remember, back at this time, he was also a rather articulate speaker and pretty good at getting his points across in relatively interesting ways. I mean, he got as popular as he did for a reason. He didn't just magically get to be where he was at his height. But he holds a special place in my heart because as I grew, he fell. I got to watch his fall off from his glorious heights in real time. He fell like a meteor straight into Earth, and I've watched basically every minute of it as it's gone on, and it has been truly entertaining. So for me, he's my favorite Lolcow just because I've been there for every minute of it in real time as it's happened. One last thing before I really dive into this wedding arc that we're heading into with Boogie is that I wish that everyone be as happy as they possibly can legally. Whatever that is, I hope people find peace. I hope people are happy. I wish the best for everyone. That being said, I maintain my right to criticize and talk about weird things I see other people doing. And this seems like a rather insane thing for a human to do, to marry someone with a 20-plus year age gap, especially when you don't really have that much money. I know Boogie has made a lot of money. We'll get to that later about his cancer profiteering. I've got a whole section for it at the end of this video. But he's not very rich. And he's not a super attractive looking guy. He's relatively overweight, and clearly there seems to be something very weird going on with his relationship. There's some sort of father-daughter something going on here. It's very weird because they're both in a state of delayed adolescence or arrested development. And their relationship to me seems like a codependence built around bolstering and reinforcing that arrested development and kind of coddling each other in that way. There's also a weird element of Boogie trying to replace his first wife with his second one, considering his first wife that he got divorced with 5 years ago or however long ago it was. Her name was Desiree, and she was a redhead, and I think she also went by Desi as a nickname. And now Boogie is marrying a redhead named Desiree who goes by Desi. That's probably 15 years younger than her. Which, tell me you didn't move on without telling me you didn't move on from your first wife, bro. Seriously, that's ridiculous. The odds of that just happening are so absolutely astronomical that it just has to be engineered by the bookster himself. Now, while yes, there is a large age gap, I don't think that Desi is in any way some sort of victim. I don't think Boogie is coercing her with weed or money or anything like that, like some people like to theorize. I think she's an adult woman. She can make her own decisions. I don't think there's anything wrong with two adults getting married. If someone's 25 and the other person's 95, go for it. You have your own agency. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. You can love whoever you want. But that being said, it is kind of odd to pick someone that is 20 years younger, and I think it's a poor decision by both people. For a variety of reasons. From Boogie's perspective, I see it as a mistake, as Desi is in her early to mid-20s. I don't know her exact age. I know she's of relative legal drinking age. I don't know how much further past that there is. There's not really great resources for me to just look it up, and I don't want to scour through episodes of Lolcow Live to try and talk about or find a video where Boogie says her birthday or whatever. But from what I know about 20-year-old women is that they don't necessarily like to hang out with with, 50-year-old fat men that don't really go outside. Women love to do stuff, especially when they're young. They're hardwired to go out and live life and experience. They love to party. They love to do stuff like that. That's just most women in their 20s in general. I'm sure there are some outliers, but for the most part, women in their 20s like to go out and have fun. That's kind of their primary goal. And while I know Desi might not think that she wants to do all that kind of stuff, like go, see the world, hang out with people her own age and have fun, go to the club and do all that kind of stuff, I feel like as she ages, she's going to regret the fact that she was never able to do that stuff because she was tied to Jabba the Hutt for, 5 years or however long this marriage lasts. She's probably going to at some point regret not going out and sowing her wild oats and just having a good time meeting people her age, and I think she's going to regret it, and I think she's going to leave Boogie, and I don't think Boogie is going to be able to handle it at 55 years old or however old he will be. Now, it's honestly even worse for Desi because she has financially tied herself to someone that is like a Big Mac away from a heart attack, someone who probably has all the preconditions for every awful possible disease imaginable due to his large obesity problem and the fact that he does not maintain a good, healthy lifestyle, does not exercise regularly, does not eat well. Bro is just drinking red dye number 482 all day, every day. And she hasn't been working, and he has not made enough money to leave her really anything, and I think it's just a poor decision on her part because eventually Boogie is going to die, and he's going to die likely before, an average person does due to, again, his excessive obesity, which is a comorbidity for literally everything. And she's going to have to go on the dole, and we're going to pay for her as taxpayers. That being said, I am interested to see how Keemstar is inevitably going to try and monetize this event. I wonder if he's definitely going to live stream it in some capacity. I think he's probably going to officiate the wedding, which I think is relatively funny. I'll give him that. That would be very funny if Keemstar got ordained and ran the entire wedding for Boogie. That would be very fun. But I want him to sell tickets to this thing. I might buy a ticket, Keem. If you're watching this and you want to, increase your smog pile of money, I would put in, a reasonable amount of money to go see Boogie get married to his child bride. Now, that's all really what I wanted to say about the wedding in this video. I also kind of wanted to make this video just to talk about the fact that we're almost a year since Boogie got exposed for faking cancer, and I think we can definitively say that cancel culture does not exist on the internet because bro has made an absolute killing off the back of the clout he accumulated over faking his own cancer and raising money and rug pulling a fucking shit coin. It's absolutely unbelievable what this guy has gotten away with and still continues to make money. He's like a cockroach. He can survive a nuclear bomb if he had to. It is unfathomable. There is no recourse for bad behavior on the internet. And I'm sure you Lolcow fans are saying, "Oh, well, he had to do all these challenges and he gave money." That does not make up for morally what that man had done. It is absolutely disgusting what he got away with, the manipulation of his fans, what he put people through, the shame and the disrespect for people who have family members who have real cancer, real problems, and just kind of pissing on them and using it to make a ton of money over the last year. Rather despicable. And I just wanted to bring that to light and just make sure everybody remembers that this vile tub of goo faked cancer and made a bunch of money off it. But anyway, this has been my video. Boogie, if you're out there, send me an invite to the wedding. I want to come, man. I'll be your best man. I'll give a good speech. We're boys, okay? I no hate is meant by this video, except for, the part about the faking cancer. That's pretty messed up, okay? But anyway, I've been Gunty. Thank you for watching this slop video. Thank you for diving into the Slopiverse with me today. If you like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. If you didn't like this video, this is important. I say this at the end of every video. Please leave a dislike and a hate comment to boost me in the algorithm. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.